Generic greetings and welcome to Construction Plus Prison Architect Alpha 36 episode 11. In the previous episode, someone was working out so much that they left their hands on one of these weight benches, which was, to me, extremely amusing. And it's also happened again, apparently, because there's also two hands left there. Yes, that's a little bit of a bug stroke issue with the sprite. And there's also a tree inside the wall there, and a tree stump inside that one there as well. I honestly think that there's still a couple of kinks to work out. Either way, in this episode, it'll mainly be like progressing on towards the management side of things. So changing a couple of things around where we need to. We might alter the regime. What I might do, just for sake of something to do, is go to our grants and probably get the inmate nutritional research grant. And what that'll do, allow us to get... Well, we have to mess things around, and we have to change it so we've got serve a single low-quality, low-variety meal for 2 days, which is not great, and then serve 3 high-variety, high-quantity meals for 2 days. So that's a real big mess around with my regime, but it's something to do, so why not? I think we'll probably do that after... I think the thing, if we do the education reform program, if we get that, if we just cancel that, we'll be able to get that grant. But what I'm thinking of is... Actually, do we want to do that? If I do that, I will lose out on... I'll get minus some monies. I'll get minus 15 grand. So yeah, it won't be that high up. Same for prison and manufacturing facility. Same-ish for the cell block C, but it's only 10 grand, not 15. So we could do some of that. I think what we're best off doing is getting some prisoners in, because we have got a bit of a shortfall here, and then we can go from there. So let's do that. Let's get our more prisoners in. So we're going to go to our intake, and we're going to move this down a little bit. And we want to bring in... Actually, we'll check how many prisoners we've got. So prisoners, we've got a total of 25 high risk, 17 normal risk, and 11 low risk. So basically, we want to bring in normal and low risk on a priority of low. So I think let's go for a 2-to-1 ratio, favouring the minimum. So what we'll do, we'll say, let's have a quick look first. So we've got a shared capacity of 62, and we've got 2 protective custody, 2 supermax, and 2 death row. So we have a total of 56 prisoners, but 3 of them are in the protective custody, supermax, or death row. So we have a total of 53 prisoners. So I think we can bring in 9. Is that right? 53 prisoners. We have a shared safe capacity of 62. I think that's about right. Either way, we need to alter that a little bit so we get... yeah, about 50-50. That'll be about right. Be about right. Okay, sorted. Right, speed up to max speed. Prison is still progressing on quite nicely. We have a little bit of an issue with funds, and that's just part of the course really with the game. It's something that just happens. I'm trying to finish off the main construction, which, to be honest with you, it's pretty much there. I mean, there's nothing else really that I need to put in. What I might do is get rid of the forestry. Now, we could, if we want to, sell off these logs here. Okay, we could just, you know, that is to do move log to forestry. If we want to, we can say get a guard in there, which we should have had one assigned to that. Let's do that. Let's go for guard patrols. We'll actually assign a guard to that one. Even though we do have a security camera in here, I might as well assign someone there just because I think it's worth it. And if we wanted to, we could sell these logs off. So if I just go to our sell object, we can say sell that log there. Obviously, one of the best things for you to do is to actually cut them down. So you cut them down in the workshop saw, and then you sell the planks, right? Why is that guy going in there? It looks like we've got an immediate kick off here, and that is our highly volatile prisoner, as always. Our legendary prisoner. Right, yeah, that guy there, by the way, he's going to get a little bit of the old searching, so search prisoner, because obviously he shouldn't really be in there. There's no reason for him to go there, so we're going to do a bit of a search, although by the look of it, he's going to get wherever he needs to go. He could have already palmed this off onto someone else, so, yeah. We'll just do a quick search. We know he was there. That's a gardener, so we're fine there. Looks like the search was... There's nothing there. We've got the alcoholics... No, is this alcoholics group therapy? No, this is... Pharmacological treatment to drug addiction here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prisoners there. So that program is running quite well. Obviously, we have several rooms here that are not finished, which I can now go to solitary door and put in some more doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there we go. That's all I can do. Just need to go over to the right-hand side. We'll pause it for a second. Go to informants, and we can see that we have received some more prisoners here. So, looks like, oh, it looks like some arrangements for a phone getting flung in, which is interesting. That guy has a unknown reputation, but the rest don't seem to have one, which is a good thing. Just need a quick run around. There's got a lot of volatile prisoners. Still, we've got the snitch over there. Yeah. Looks like we haven't got any other snitches as far as I can see. There's been a couple of comments in the last episode, mainly, you know, complaining about my incompetence. Yeah, I can't really argue with that, to be completely honest with you. We've also got people saying that what we should do is shift over this area and this area. So the sort of area here at the bottom is for the protective custody, which we have mainly on constant lockdown. They're always in there. And this area here is for our solitary. We've got solitary here, but it's mainly where our solitary area is, you understand. We've also got our supermax prisoners. And supermax prisoners, we don't actually have anyone permanently in there. So we do have one supermax prisoner. It was an assignment by myself. It didn't come in as supermax or anything like that. I don't think you get... The only way to get it really is if someone does like multiple murders in the prison, and I think they actually are assigned it. But I assigned them, and it was obviously a legendary prisoner. Assigned them Supermax, so we can, if we need to, give them a permanent lockdown in there. I don't really like that idea because it means they'll just kick off more. Although to be fair, he's extremely volatile anyway, so the chances of that happening are quite high. But having him over there, constantly locked in is probably not a great idea. But we can do that if we need to. But switching them around, I think you could call it either way. I mean, the problem is that if we lock someone in here and they kick off, obviously it's right next to the security station, which is where guards generally congregate anyway, so there's no problems there. If we have it down the bottom here, then we'll need to sort of switch it around, and it means that if it does kick off, there might not be guards near it. So, to be honest with you, keeping this guy down the bottom is a little bit risky because, as you can see, there's a gang member next to him, so if they decide to kick off, they can always go straight. They've only got 2 doors to go through to get him, whereas, you know, he's technically safer over here, but I think it's safer for the other prisoners if it is the way it is now. So, yeah, that's the reason why I'm sticking it like that. There you go. I hope I've answered that question. Back to objects. I'm going to go to solitary door, 3 solitary doors, and there is our solitary. And we've got 20 solitary, which is cool. Right, so, just need to check the gang situation. We have not received any more gang members. We do have a gang member there. They've got a federal witness on there, so technically he could be... there he is, yeah, death row appeal. Yeah, that's the guy that we moved from death row. What I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to move him to Supermax, because I think it'd probably be better having him over there, to be honest with you. Probably better having him over there where we can keep an eye on him. Obviously, in reality, he doesn't need to be there, right? He doesn't really need to be there for his own safety. If anything, you could probably put him in that area down the bottom. But we'll assign him over there so he sleeps over there. We're not going to permanently lock him down. Because he's a witness, he could be targeted by someone, by gangs and stuff. But because the gang's not making any plays because of how it is, then we might be alright. What I'm going to do is activate this... confidential informant, because we haven't activated one in a while. I'm just checking. That's some drugs to be flung in there, so we need to keep a close eye on that one. Still doing the prison manufacturing facility, but it's not going up any higher. As you can see, that guy is working on it there, though. He's just ran off. One of our really, really good prisoners there. I just need to check our programs, make sure that Foundation Education program is now got 2 interested, which is very good. We need to quickly run down to the Kitchen, workshop safety induction, 1 interest, so we're going to start that off then again. Kitchen safety and hygiene, again, we'll start that off as well. General education, nobody's bothered, and the guard taser certification, I think we're okay with that. 88% of our guards carry tasers. Might as well start that off to see if we can get another set going there. So we're just going to do a bit of a reschedule all programs while we can. So there we are, and I think what we'll do is sort ourselves out a nice little shakedown. Looks like there's someone going to the exact area where there was going to be something flung in, so I will do a search prisoner, and almost certainly we're going to find some drugs on him. There you go, bottle of pills, drugs, sorted. We knew that, we saw that it was arranged. Okay, not bad at all. Right, so What am I going to do with the rest of the money? Well, I do need to put some flooring in, and that's something that I've been desperately wanting to do for a while. But a lot of people have been saying it's probably best if I start putting in some perimeter wall, and I do agree that perimeter wall would be fantastic. Sadly, it's 200 a square, so with my current 4 grand, I'm not going to get much done at all, which is obviously problematic. I could, however, put it in sections where I know is quite risky. So this area here, for example, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces for a tunnel, and then that would obviously get them out. So putting a line down there would really hinder them tunneling. Down the bottom here, as well, is also quite risky. This one is the closest, I guess. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to get out. So it's still quite a ways to actually do that. But I think this is the most dangerous, and obviously the high risk are these Supermax guys. Even though I've assigned it, you understand. These are probably the highest too. They've probably got the most chances of wanting to tunnel out. So let's just have a quick full search of this thing. In fact, I think we'll do a full shakedown, to be honest with you. Just get on with this one here. Looks like we're not really finding anything. Obviously, this will piss them off, but that's not really something that I care about. And then we're going to do a full shakedown. So we've got several guards. There's no work going on at the night, so that's okay. What I want you to do as well, just check our prisoners. We've got 62 prisoners of shared capacity, but we have a total of 63 prisoners in total. Let me just put it at normal speed. So 63 prisoners currently, but we only have... Well, we've got 2 Supermax, 1 death row, 1 protective custody, so we've actually got 59. So we can receive 50, 60, 13 prisoners. There we go. And just check out prisoners. Yeah, that'll be about right. That'll even out. That'll even out. Right, cool. Actually, have I worked that out completely wrong? Yeah, what am I on about? 63. Maximum safe is 68, but it's actually only shared capacity 62. Yeah, my math is completely failing me. None. Can I receive any death row? I cannot. You know what I'm really thinking? I'm really thinking just receive more max sec because they pay you more. But that's one of these things where when they first introduced it, they said, well, you know, we want to make sure that you get paid more when they introduce this thing. So do I want to do that? I don't think I do. Anyway, so what I've got 63 prisoners. We can receive a total of. And we'll reduce that down a little bit. There we go. I think that's about right. Something like that. Yeah. Right, okay. So, finishing the shakedown. We haven't really found anything major. A lot of gang members. But no leaders, so I'm not really too bothered. Still don't know what that guy's state is, what his traits are, but we might find out eventually. I've got 4 grand, get 2 grand every tick, which is a good thing, and for the most part I think we're doing alright. I think we are doing alright. Let's just change that into a none. Let me just check what we've actually found here. So we'll go for a bit of the old intelligence and the last 24 hours. A couple of mobile phones. They were stolen from the psychologist's office there. A couple, well, one thrown in over there. Another bottle of booze smuggled in and then traded, as you can see in the centre there. Traded twice, actually. One on the right and one further up. Drill was detected and then smuggled, apparently. Smuggled a drill in. Don't know how you'd manage to do that. SIGs just traded, or smuggled and then traded. So most things have been thrown in, actually. If you look, there's more thrown in there. So it's thrown, smuggled, thrown, traded, blah, blah. There's actually 2 things there. But, yeah. We got some thrown in. So I think it's a mix between smuggled and thrown. is how we're sorting this out, I guess. There's our extra prisoners, so let's just check. We've got 62 prisoners, so we actually have 67 prisoners. And we've got... Have we got enough? See, I could just assign another person to protective custody and just keep them in there. That's always something that you could stretch it to the limit, basically. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to leave it. It looks like someone's got something on there. I'm not going to bother with it. Let's just have a quick... Ex-law enforcement. Well, that's just immediately sorted that out. So you are getting a protective custody. And as soon as that search has been finished, you're going to get yourself a bit of the old lockdown permanent. So that guy's now got a permanent lockdown. He will come in here and he will never move from that area there. So that has worked out quite well. That's worked out quite well because we have a total of 67 prisoners and 5 of them are in other areas, which brings our total down to shared capacity of 62, which is exactly what it needed to be. Cool. Right. So we are cracking on with the workshop. As you can see, this guy is making license plates. We're currently on a total of 80% or 83% on that one there. Once that's done, we do want to get the... We really want to get the other grant done. Our the nutritional research. Oh, we've got another fight here. Where's that going on? Where's that at? Can't see it. Wish it would actually be a button to zoom into the area where it's kicking off. That guy's shouting for literacy. Problem with the literacy need, we can't fulfill it. We just can't fulfill the need because we don't have anybody that's passed the foundation education program. Only one person's interested. And let's have a quick look at him. Zoom right in. And it is this guy. DSS. Zoo DSS. DSS. He's dancing in the dark, apparently. For armed robbery, apparently, as well. Which is, okay, fine. Here, foundation education program, he's almost passed it. Success chance is like, what, 15%? Something like that. It's it's really nothing that, I don't think he's going to pass that at all, to be honest with you. We still have our death row inmate here. And I just want to check that if I go to edit schedule, the death row appeal is in the right area. We could move it around. Don't need to. Unpin that. So shared parole, shared parole. They're both shared, but it is going in the right place, so that's fine. Okay, so he's going to get his death row appeal. Let's have a quick look. Death row appeal. 4 finished. 2 of them have passed. So that guy's still in there. He 21% chance of being I'm going to say innocent, but that's not the case. It's his sentence being reduced, as it were. Let's have a quick look at our grading while we're here. Reoffending rate is 7%. Very, very good. 32 prisoners have been released, so we have got a good turnover of prisoners here. Prison value is $250,000. It's generally what we have anyway for these small prisons. Daily profit, 2 and a bit grand. Not bad. Capacity is 68. That's okay. Death in custody 4. That's not good, but considering how many prisoners we've got, and we are doing a mix of all of the prisoners in the game, it's not too bad. Non-escaped, which is, obviously great as well. Paroled early is 25 paroled early. Only 4% of them reoffended. And no prisoners have been executed, and none of them were innocent, obviously, because they haven't been executed. Punishment is quite high, reform is quite low, security is quite high, and health is in the minus as well, and I don't know why that is. Looks like we've just got a grant completed, and that was, as far as I can tell, it was the workshop grant. Okay, so we can go to grants. We can go for a carpentry apprenticeship, which has produced 10 superior beds. We are actually training that guy to be a carpenter. Let's just check our programs here. Now, carpentry apprenticeship, 1 interested stroke qualified, that is in the queue there, so the guy will be doing that training. In fact, there he is right there doing that training. And he's actually getting cash as well. Oh, no, he's working on that there. Okay, that's fine. But he has got, he is interested by the look of it. 1 interested stroke qualified. And hopefully there will be a time when we'll be able to do that grant. But I don't think it's today. I think what we'll do instead is the inmate nutritional research. So, serve a single low quantity, low variety meal for 2 days. So, if we go to low and low, low and low, sorry, no, low, not low and low, we will get that grant done. So, 2 days of that. Let's have a quick look. Make sure our regime supports this, which it does. Only 1 unit of eat in there, 1 block of eat. So there's that sorted. Right, I think I'm going to leave it there because we are progressing on quite nicely. Next episode, we will watch probably all of this flooring get put in because it's about time we finish off the flooring here. We can't really finish off the flooring in that area because we have a gang member. So what I'll do, I'll assign all of this flooring as much as I can like that. And then the trick is to move the prisoners around. I'm gonna put the metal flooring in all of the areas where the prisoners are. There we go, just for sake of completeness. Yes, and I'll move them around to a cell that has already been tiled, and then we can tile over the other one. That's what we're gonna do. Right, yeah, leave it there. As always, comments in the comments, and thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.